All right. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys. This fight, man. Sarah Kaufman did a phenomenal job in that octagon. I've always said to Sarah Kaufman, and this is no disrespect to any of the other women who fight in Invicta, man. This is no disrespect. But I've already said, man, that Sarah Kaufman, she's too good for Invicta. She's just that good. And the thing of it is, man, is that her skill sets, they've always been underrated, in my opinion, anyway. Sarah Kaufman is a beast, man. Sarah Kaufman is a beast. This woman done been in with so many different fighters, man. But let's break down the fight. Then I really want to talk about just what I feel about this whole scenario. Sarah Kaufman, she immediately established a good jab, and I guess these two had already decided, man, that they were going to bang. And Sarah Kaufman, stood there, and Sarah had some pretty good head movement. I was impressed, man. She had more head movement than she did, in a fight against Penny. And when she fought Penny, I didn't think her head movement was all that great, man. But in this fight, Sarah was doing a great job of standing in and really getting her jab, and really, showing some of her striking skills. And I was like, man, Sarah Kaufman looked good. And every time that Katharina Lehner would come in, every single time she would come in, and Sarah Kaufman would catch her with a jab, catch her with a right cross, and then followed up with an elbow. And then Sarah Kaufman kept repeating. Okay, she kept repeating it. And I'm like, man, are you serious, man? Like, Sarah Kaufman, she put on a clinic. She put on a damn clinic in this fight. And I was thinking that Katharina Lehner was going to make adjustments, man. But, Katharina, didn't make any adjustments. She didn't make none at all. And it was like she kept falling for the same thing. Sarah would do a feint. Katharina would bite on the feint. Then Sarah would catch her with a right hand coming in and follow back up with the elbow. That's what Sarah Kaufman kept doing. And so Katharina, she got frustrated, tried to rush in. And, it was a bad mistake, man. Sarah Kaufman, she basically took her down. She took her down and, got a hold of the back, man. And, Lana kept trying to get out, but, she couldn't get away from that, man. She couldn't get away. And, I knew the outcome of this fight. I know some people was thinking that Lana had a shot, but, I say, man, this girl ain't got no shot. She's not going to defeat Sarah Kaufman, man. Sarah Kaufman done been in there. Sarah Kaufman has had too many fights. And, I didn't even know that the average Invicta, did you know that the average Invicta fighter got 5 fights, man? They got about 5 fights average. Sarah Kaufman got 24 fights, man. Like, she got 24 fights. And you got to imagine in 24 fights, you done seen about every good striker you done seen. I mean, Sarah Kaufman, her resume is ridiculous, man. I mean, she beat Carmouche. I mean, she beat Davis. I mean, she lost to Ronda Rousey. The great Alexa Davis beat her. She lost to Valentina. She beat Leslie Smith. I mean, homegirl, man, she beat Jessie Rose Clark. Sarah Kaufman resume is hell. And I knew that Katharina Lehner, man, she didn't have a chance, man. She didn't have a chance unless Sarah just fell out. I don't know, for whatever reason. If God said, Sarah, go to sleep. That's the only way Sarah Kaufman would have lost this fight, man. It just seemed like, man, it was a complete mismatch, in my opinion, man. I mean, anything that Katharina Lehner tried, it didn't work, man. She tried to do overhand right. Sarah Kaufman kept ducking under those, man. I mean, she would try to rush Sarah Kaufman. Sarah Kaufman was catching her coming in on the way with a jab. Katharina Lehner could do nothing in this fight. And then when she tried to overpower Sarah, Sarah just took her down. Look, man, I don't know what kind of beef Sarah got with the UFC. I don't know. They need to figure out a way to resolve that beef and get Sarah Kaufman back in the UFC, man. And I'm not trying to disrespect any of these Invicta fighters. Sarah's on a whole nother level, man. She too good for these damn fighters. These fighters, they can't beat her, man. Sarah's on another level. These Invicta fighters, a lot of them, they're C and B level fighters, and many of them are prospects, They're prospects. The majority of these girls are prospects. The average, Invicta fighter got about 5 fights on their belt. So, it's an organization, man, for prospects, to me, in my opinion, okay? Or fighters that need to just go down and really refine these skills. That's what Invicta for, man. Invicta is not for somebody like Sarah Kaufman. It's not, man. And she's going to be undefeated in Invicta, man. She is, okay? The UFC, they got to figure out a way. Somebody got to figure out something. Sarah Kaufman need to be back in the UFC. And also, too, y'all, try to tell y'all the Jackson Winklejohn curse is real. Well, Sarah Kaufman is no longer under the curse because she got out of there. Okay? She got out of there. And that's a good thing. But, as I tell y'all, somebody else, they got a Jackson Winklejohn logo right there. And folks, let me tell you something right now. As soon as she put that logo on, she was damned from the start. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harris. Thumb down. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube. Shout out to Sarah Kaufman for a rear naked choke victory over Katharina Lehner. I'm done.